Good day, greeting students. I'm very happy to meet you all again in grade 11 business studies. We are in chapter 4 and we are discussing about business services. Right. So we have already discussed about what is meant by business services, and we have further discussed about the difference between goods and services. Products, goods nama solrudhukum, service nama solrudhukum. Enna difference in the detail we discuss pannirukkom. Next we moved on to talk about business types of services. Under types of services, we saw 3 different topics, namely business services, social services, personal services. Right children, what are the 3 kinds of services we discussed? Business services, social services, personal services. Business services are services that help, that facilitate business. Right? Business services are a main work in that they facilitate business. Whereas talking about social services, that concerns about the society's welfare is about social service. Right? There is no profit motive or nothing there. Alright. Next thing is about personal services. We discussed that services are inconsistent. Yen inconsistent? ஒவ்வொருத்தருக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு மாதிரியான சர்வீஸ் தேவைப்படும். Right? It's not the same like goods and services. Goods மாதிரி எல்லாருக்கும் ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்காது. It differs. Okay, that's why we say services are inconsistent, and that's why we have a thing called personal services. It is actually personalized services. சரிங்களா? ஒவ்வொருத்தருக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு மாதிரி சர்வீஸ் பண்ண வேண்டி இருக்கும். அதுதான் வந்து personalized service னு சொல்றோம். We discussed various examples about it, and then we moved on to talk about banking. In your previous video, you would have discussed about banking, what is meant by banking, what are the various services we get through banks. Right children, what are the various services you get through banks is what you would have discussed in the previous session. Now we are going to discuss a topic that is types of banks. Okay, on the basis of what they have classified the styles means based on their functions. ஒரு bank எதுக்காக work பண்ணுது, அதோட main motto என்ன, அதோட main function என்னங்கறத பேஸ் பண்ணி நம்ம என்ன டிசைன் பண்றோம், the types of banks. And what are the types of banks? How many we have? We actually have 4 types of banks. Okay, commercial banks, we have cooperative banks, then we have central bank, and finally we have the specialized banks. Alright, what are the 4 banks we have? We have commercial banks, cooperative banks, central bank, and specialized banks. These are the 4 kinds of banks we have. We are going to discuss in detail about all these banks and for what they are, என்ன பண்றாங்க, அவங்களோட main work என்ன, யாருக்கு help பண்றாங்க, என்ன மாதிரியான services கொடுக்குறாங்கங்கறத we are going to discuss in this session. First, we are going to talk about commercial banks. What is this commercial banks? These are institutions dealing with money. Other banks, they don't deal with money. Yes, of course, all the banks deal with money, but what is special about them? They accept deposits and they offer to lend it to others. Right? They kind of make a business out of it. And that's commercial banks. And these are governed by Indian Banking Regulation Act 1949. Indian Banking Regulation Act 1949. And what else? And according to it, banking needs. In the Regulation Act தான் நமக்கு commercial banks govern பண்றாங்க. அவங்க என்ன சொல்றாங்க? It is accepting deposits of money from the public for the purpose of lending or investment. அவங்க என்ன பண்றாங்க? They accept deposits from public. And what do they do with these deposits that they give? Lend or invest. Okay, what is the work of commercial bank? They don't have money on their own. What they do? They first accept deposits from public like us. சரிங்களா, அந்த deposit money-ய என்ன பண்றாங்க? They lend it or they invest in something else. For what purpose do they do it? ஏன் lend பண்ணணும்? ஏன் invest பண்ணணும்? In case like commercial banks பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா, when they accept deposits, they give us an interest. Okay, they give interest on these deposits. இப்போ நம்ம 10,000 rupees about deposit பண்ற amount அப்படின்னா ஒரு 1,000 rupees நமக்கு interest-ஆ கொடுப்பாங்க. Okay, it differs on the rate of every bank. And then what do they do? Under 1,000, under 10,000 rupees, they lend. Okay, and for that they collect interest. Okay, they collect interest for the same. Lending இருக்கட்டும் or investment பண்ணாங்கன்னா அங்க interest எப்படி வரும்? If they get any profit share, a dividend, all those things they will get interest, right? So what happens? This interest they receive, interest received minus interest given to us, they will get a profit. Okay, they will get a profit, and this profit of commercial bank is called as spread. Okay, ஒரு organization க்கு ஒரு business institution க்கு profit இருக்குன்னா அது profit. அவங்க போட்ட expenditure க்கு மேல அவங்களுக்கு revenue கிடைச்சிருக்கு அப்படின்னா அது அவங்க profitன்னு சொல்றாங்க. Banks, commercial banks என்ன பண்றாங்கன்னா அவங்க interest வாங்குறாங்க இல்லையா? அவங்க lend பண்றதுக்கோ இல்லை invest பண்றதுக்கோ அவங்க collect பண்ற interestல இருந்து அவங்க pay பண்ற interest deduct பண்ணா அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு profit amount கிடைக்கும் இல்லையா? That profit is named as their spread. What they name it? They name it as spread. For example, same 10,000 rupees example வச்சுக்கலாம். They interest அவங்க lend பண்ணா when they lend it, they get interest of 1,200 வச்சுக்கலாம். What is the interest they give us? நான் deposit பண்ண பணத்துக்கு அவங்க எனக்கு கொடுக்குற interest is 1,000 rupees. அப்போ difference என்ன? 200. What is this 200 for what bank? This 200 is their profit, which is called their spread. Right? Just like how business institutions they have they invest something and out of it they get something, the difference can be termed as a profit. Similarly, commercial banks they accept deposits from public and they lend the same or they lend out of it. மொத்தமா lend பண்ணாம அதுல இருந்து ஒரு part of amount என்ன பண்றாங்க? They lend it to people who want it or they invest in something. Right? The interest or the return that they get on that investment or lending அது என்ன கிடைச்சாலும் அதில இருந்து ஒரு part of amount is paid back to the depositors. நமக்கு பே பண்றாங்க. என்னமா பே பண்றாங்க? interest on deposits பே பண்றாங்க. கண்டிப்பா அது கம்மியா தான் இருக்கும். அவங்க வாங்குற interest விட அவங்க நமக்கு கொடுக்குற interest எப்படி இருக்கும்? கம்மியா தான் இருக்கும். And that difference is termed to be what? Profit of the bank, and that profit is named as the bank's spread. Profit னு சொல்லாம அவங்க என்னன்னு private sector banks. Okay, we have public sector banks and private sector banks. What is can we name some examples? So we can name State Bank of India. It's a public sector bank. Punjab National Bank. It's also a public sector bank. I'm going to start with this. You are going to find two more public sector banks which are not even here. The booklet example you two more examples for public sector bank you should find out for me. Okay? Private sector banks, many actually. So some examples can be Karur Vysya Bank. Then we have ICICI. Two more we are going to do. Okay? Other than the examples that have been given in your book. So, what is the difference between this public sector and this private sector banks means they have a difference. Like public sector, they have more of a social objective. What do they have? They have more of a social objective. So, they usually need, government has a major stake and they usually need to emphasize on social objectives than on profitability. I mean, we discussed on profitability, they don't focus much on who the public sector banks. They have a social objective and government has an important role to play in that. Whatever government says, whatever the government's rule has to be followed. Yes, private sector also the follow, but not to that level. Government sector holds like a part of share in these public sector banks, whereas private sectors are entirely privatized and managed and controlled by private promoters. Here, the possibility of profit is also there. Okay, this is owned, managed, and controlled. They are free to operate. Okay, not much of a government intervention. Managed, owned, everything by private. Alright, here government plays a major role in public sector commercial banks, whereas private sector commercial banks, it is maximum managed, not maximum, entirely owned and managed, controlled, decided on terms, ways, everything is based on the people who own it, private sectors. Right? That is about commercial banks. What did we discuss about commercial banks? It is governed by the Indian Banking Regulation Act 1949. What is their main work? Commercial banks are known to accept deposits from public for which they pay some interest and they use this money for what? For lending or investing. Okay? For which they collect interest or dividend. Okay, when you find the difference, the amount that they receive more. Okay, the revenue that they receive more is their profit, which is termed as their spread. Alright, and moving on, we have two types of commercial banks again, public sector banks and private sector banks. Public sector banks are actually controlled by the government. Okay, and they have a social objective. They don't focus much on profitability. They focus on interest that they receive from the borrowers. Money private banks interest interest Regulating Act. Okay, Indian Banking Regulation Act 1949. You should remember it because it's a question that is likely to come in your exam. So yeah, possibilities are there. Then you should remember the purpose of commercial banks. Okay, that's even an important question. And the types and examples of commercial bank should be in your mind always. Right? Next, we move on to discuss about cooperative banks. This is the second kind of bank that we are going to discuss, and this is governed by what? The provisions of State Cooperative Societies Act. Governed by the provisions of State Cooperatives Act. And for what? Namukku cooperative society was focusing on the welfare of its members. Appo cooperative banks it's for providing cheap credit to their members. For what? For providing the interest rate will be less for their members. Okay? They can avail easily the financial support they want. Okay? Providing cheap credit facility for whom? For members. So whenever you have the word cooperative, it should strike in your mind that it works towards the welfare of its members. And cooperative society now, there are different kinds, right? Consumer cooperative, producers cooperative, marketers cooperative, and yeah, same way cooperative banks are working. They work towards the welfare of their members, and they make sure that they provide cheap credit facilities compared to the commercial banks to their members. It's an important source of rural credit. Okay, agriculture financing was the main source in our country, the cooperative society. So it is a main source for agricultural credit. I want you to find some examples for what? For cooperative banks. The third kind of bank that we are going to talk about is specialized banks. As the name says, they are specialized, that is meant for a particular purpose. What are they? They are meant for a particular purpose. What is that? These specialized banks are meant for particular purpose, like foreign exchange. Now, foreign exchange is quite difficult to exchange to different currencies. These banks, they focus especially on what? Focusing on the foreign exchange. Right, children? So, export-import banks, you can have export-import banks. That is, it takes care of the specific needs of the people. Right? Foreign exchange, now there is a specialized bank. Import and export, they want to deal with imports and exports, means they have a specialized bank. So there are different needs for people, and these banks, they provide this specialized services to the people who expect the particular thing. Right. Finally, we are going to discuss about the central bank. There's a lot to talk about central bank. of India. That is what we say, RBI. What is one important work of the central bank? They issue currency to us. Right. RBI is responsible for what? For issuing currency to us. And it regulates the activities of all the commercial banks in the country. That's why we call it bankers' bank. They decide about the supply of money. They determine the rate of interest. They determine how much stock of rupees they should have. Liquid cash or bank to decide the central bank would work. Okay, so this plays a huge role. Central banks play a very huge role in the banking system of any country. And which is the central bank of our country? The Reserve Bank of India is the central bank of our country, and that it was established in 1935. I want you to make a note of it. The Reserve Bank of India was established in the year 1935, and they are what? They are the apex bank, they are the bankers bank, they are the lender of last resort, they are the authority to issue currency, they are the custodian of foreign exchanges. They play a huge role. Okay? They decide about the supply of money, they can regulate it, they can intervene when the government has a fluctuation. Okay, or a businessman or a businesswoman, RBI why should you know about it? It's because commercial banks are also governed by this. They have a separate regulation act, but still the functions, their various policies are influenced by the central bank, and it is essential for us to know about the central bank of our country. Okay, they are the government's bank and everything. Okay, what are the things that we have discussed, children? We have discussed about the types of bank, and how many types of bank did we discuss about? We have discussed about 4 types of bank. Right? How many types of bank? 4 types of bank, and what were those types of bank? What were those types of banks? Commercial banks. Commercial banks will work anywhere in which to accept deposits, right? To accept deposits and lend money out of those deposits was one work, and there was public sector and private sector. Moving on, we discussed about cooperative banks. What did we have? Right. So what are we discussing? Functions of commercial banks. So, what are the functions? What do they do for us? What did we see in the explanation? Accepting deposits. So, they first work in what? Accepting deposits. What do they do? What else do they do for us? With this funds, with this deposits, okay, we do have another function name, lending of funds. Whoever needed, they lend funds. And then we have the check facility. You can issue the statement and you can encash it. So we have the check facility. Then we have remittance of funds. What do we have? Remittance of funds. And finally, we have the allied services. Allied extra service. So children, what are the functions of commercial banks that we know of? They accept deposits as the first thing, and with those deposits they lend funds to us, lending of funds. Check facility, they give us a check facility. We don't have to run to the bank always with cash. Right? We have the facility of check. We'll discuss how does it work. And then moving on, remittance of funds on our behalf. Nammaloda supplier money kudukkom appadina they remit it. They give it on our behalf. And some other services are also provided by the commercial banks. First, let us discuss about the deposits. So what is it? Deposits irundana they can go to the next function of lending funds. So what is this? So loan kudukkadunale they need deposits and they accept deposits from public. There are various kinds of accounts that a bank has. Like they have current deposits, they have like current account, savings account and fixed accounts. Right? Three important accounts might be current, savings, fixed. Right. When you go even to an ATM, it will ask when you want to withdraw your money, it will ask whether it is from current account or whether it is from savings account. What is the difference between current account and what is the difference between savings account? In a current account, deposits can be withdrawn to the extent of Okay, 10 years, 15 years அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபிக்ஸ்ட் அக்கௌண்ட்டோட ஒரு டைமிங் இருக்கும் அண்ட் ஹையர் ரேட் ஆஃப் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட். இதனால பேங்க்குக்கு எப்படி யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கும் அவங்களுக்கு தெரியும். இந்த 1 lakh நடுவில் கேட்க மாட்டாங்க. பட் ஹியர் தே ஹாவ் அ சான்ஸ். அவங்களால ஃபுல் அமௌண்ட்டை லெண்ட் பண்ண முடியாது. ஏன்னா திடீர்னு நம்ம கேட்கறதுக்கு வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு. ஐ ஹாவ் அ சான்ஸ். பட் ஹியர் in fixed account there may be higher rate of interest and what happens, I will not go in between the time frame. ஒரு 10 years குள்ள நான் போய் கேட்கறதுக்கு சான்ஸ் இல்லை. I know it will take that time எனக்கு தெரியும். ஸோ அந்த என்னோட எக்ஸ்பென்சஸை நான் கேட்ட மாதிரி மேனேஜ் பண்ணுவேன். Fixed account provides the highest rate of interest when you compare all these three. And what happens, fixed accountல நம்மளால நினைச்ச நேரத்துக்கு withdraw பண்ண முடியாது. You have to go request the bank. There are some procedures that you need to follow to do a premature withdrawal. அது என்னன்னு சொல்றோம், premature withdrawal. So 10 years அதோட டைம் ஃப்ரேம்னா இப்போ நீங்க ஒரு 8 years எடுத்தீங்கன்னா premature. அது மெச்சூர் ஆகிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி அதோட டைம் ஃப்ரேம் முடியறதுக்கு முன்னாடியே நம்ம அதை withdraw பண்ணோம்னா அதை என்னன்னு சொல்றோம், premature withdrawal அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். So what are the various functions of a commercial bank children? Accepting deposits, lending funds, check facility, remittance of funds, and finally allied services. We have discussed about accepting deposits in this video session. In the next video session, we will start discussing from lending funds, okay, and we will continue further with the remaining things, okay. And till that, I want you to go through whatever we have discussed in this session. We have discussed about the types of bank and we have started with the functions of commercial bank, right children? So please go through the text, read it through, find examples for all the kinds of bank that we have discussed, okay, out of the